Okay, we have been hard at work this last week. Level 1 is 99.9% complete. As far as we can tell, there are no escape points or anything like that. That 0.1% is just adding a couple more what we're calling hot zones to be able to select, like, the vase and the cup and the little scene items that you see in there, and things of that nature, just to make the game more interesting instead of having the only thing you can interact with being the items required to finish the game. So here is what we have so far. I'm not actually going to do anything other than pick up the torch and walk around so you can see what it looks like. I'm not going to give away any secrets of how to solve any of the beginning little, I don't want to call them puzzles, but more or less that's what they are. So the tab key locks the cursor in the center. So if I press tab, I can move around. And without tab, I can pause it. And all that works. Here's our credits. It's Alveric. This is me, Oliver. The people that we've purchased assets from or have gotten help from. Center. Right. We are going to put a cart out here. We're just working on it instead of this carpet, but it's going to have it's going to be the functionality of where you place your items to end your game. So that's where you get your points or your score at the end. So we're going to put a little light aiming a little farther down this hallway, so it's like the sunlight shining all the way in instead of just a bright doorway, because these are actually sand piles here from wind-blown sand. Torch. There you go. See, it's actually sand. You can see sand is blown everywhere. It's worn out in here. And here we actually explain how to operate the game, even though you have to actually kind of figure out how to operate it to get this to work, but that's okay. Alright, this is interact. This is examine. And this is if you want to use one item on another. Yes, you can pick these up. Crouch through there. Turn the volume up just a little bit. Click on them and read about them. There may be something interesting, there might not be. Scarab god, but that's okay. That's as dark as loading. Now we haven't started working on level 2 yet, so level 2 just looks plain. So we can go back up to level 1. Anyway, you get the idea of what the world is going to look like, things you can interact with. You crouch to get through some of these